got family. If mine's fair game, so is yours. You need to hit first and hit fast.
Tonight I'm gonna do what I should have done.
For a successful joint venture.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today, we're going to be talking about Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 10, the season finale. This is the recap. So down below, I want you guys to let me know, what do you think about Episode 10? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Was you upset about how it ended with the cliffhanger? I mean, a lot of people have some different opinions about this particular episode. Of course, the power parallels of the kids shooting or killing their parents. I mean, we've been seeing it from day one. So I told you guys last night in my quick thoughts, early impressions, I'm not a fan of that. I've never been a fan of, the kids shooting their parents. And of course, at the end of this episode, they left us with a cliffhanger and we heard a gunshot. Some say Kanan shot Raq. Some say maybe Jukebox came in and helped save the day. Some say maybe Kanan saw somebody outside the window and then he shot him. I mean, this is why they did the cliffhanger ending. That way the fans are so invested. We're so ready to see what happened. You know what I'm saying? But I guess we got to wait until next season. Now, your boy Sasha Penn, the creator and the showrunner of the show, he posted this last night after the episode. And of course, he's showing a screenshot of the definition cliffhanger, and it reads, an ending to an episode of a serial drama that leaves the audience in suspense. And in the caption below, he said, give me all the smoke. So Sasha Penn already knows a lot of the fans gonna be upset because we want to know what the hell happened. And I believe season 4, to be honest with you guys, I believe season 4 was more of a setup season for the grand finale, season 5. Yes, season 5 will be the final season of Raising Kanan. I already talked about this, I believe, last year when they had their rap party for season 5. Of course, at that rap party, Joey Badass, he was there. A lot of the cast was there. Your boy, Shamik Moore, he was there. And in that video, I said I would not be surprised if this will be the last season. And of course, it's going to be the final season. It makes sense. I mean, they're already getting ready for the next upcoming show, which will be Power Origins. And the good thing is, season 5 of Raising Kanan is already done filming. So we just gotta wait until 2026. They have not released a date at all. They did release like a small teaser. I uploaded the video, I believe last week or a week and a half ago. It was like a Power Book 4 Season 3 and a Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Season 5 promo video. And in that video, they showed Jukebox crying in the car. I guess a lot of fans was believing that scene was going to happen in this episode. No, that's all season 5 content. You know what I'm saying? In that video, that's all season 5. So we got to wait and see why Jukebox was crying. But overall, this was a solid episode. We just got to wait to see the conclusion of a lot of storylines. I mean, these cliffhangers is crazy. What happened to Stefano? Did he survive? You know what I'm saying? What happened to Raq? Did she get shot or did she get saved? What did Lulu do to Pernissa? Know what I'm saying? We know he snatched her up, but we know he gonna keep her alive until he gets leverage over Unique. So I cannot wait to see that. But the biggest thing, in my opinion, for this particular episode was the revealing of your boy, the legendary character, the person that's been built up the most in the entire Power universe, the character that we've never seen before. 10 years or almost 11 years in the making. Your boy Breeze was finally revealed. I mean, damn. It's been a long time coming. And now I guess all those who is Breeze theory videos can stop. All those predictions of who you think is Breeze, they can all end. And, it is what it is. All I know is this. I knew Ronnie wasn't no Breeze. I knew Unique wasn't Breeze at all. I mean, every time a new character popped up, this person gotta be Breeze. And as I always told you guys from day one, when Breeze pops up, we gonna know exactly who he is from day one. It ain't gonna be, oh, I'm changing my name and now I'm Breeze. Nah, that's not happening at all. And I'm glad all that talk, all that noise is finally over. So now we can talk about what Breeze is gonna do for the next upcoming season. Cause y'all know Season 5 is about to get real crazy. But let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about episode 10, the season finale. I will try to focus on all the key points. If I miss anything, I want you guys to let me know down below. So what did we see in episode 10, the season finale, titled Give Me the Weight? Now the episode starts out with Kanan learning the truth that Crystal is up out of here. She is gone. That boy throwing stuff around. He's pissed off. And guess what? He is thinking that Raq did it. And I already know most of the fans already knew Kanan would think like this. He don't need nobody putting nothing in his head. He already believes that his moms did it because of what happened to D-Wiz, his dad, and of course he blames her for Famous. So it's easy for him to blame Raq. And then we know Jukebox tells him, what does killing Crystal have anything to do with business? I mean, it makes no sense that Raq would do this, but Kanan don't want to believe it. Jukebox even warns Kanan about Snaps and Pops, about how they always have an angle. You cannot trust those guys at all. But Kanan, he is sitting back and he's believing anything that they tell him, and he's making a lot of stupid decisions similar to your boy Tariq. And then we get to Lulu, Raq, and Unique, and this is where we left off at the end of episode 9. And Raq is pretty much just warning him, telling him, leave family out of it. She knows he's been talking to Kanan, and she just wants him to keep it between them two. You know what I'm saying? If he got any problems, don't take it to no one else, just those two. And that's it. Unique don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Talking about how he used to clap Raq's cheeks, telling Lulu this. And I'm like, man, so he really gonna tell him that? I mean, the last thing that you want to hear is your sister getting clapped up by your enemy. I mean, Unique don't give a damn. But he could have kept that to himself. Let's just be honest. He up there trying to hurt Raq and embarrass her. But Raq don't give a damn about none of that. Like, really? She just wants him to stay away from her family. And he was even up there throwing shots at Lulu, trying to act like Lulu ain't about that life. Like, okay, I guess he done got cracked up in the head a little bit too hard. I guess he don't remember. But guess what? He gonna remember real soon. Real soon. And as I told you guys last night, while he's talking and running his mouth, we got Akbar up in there always smoking that cigar. Unique thinking that he's all cool, thinking it's all good in the hood. He better watch himself, because Akbar and those New Jersey boys, they may end up turning on you and taking everything that you got. But we gonna see in season 5 how that ends up playing out. Now we get to Stefano and Marvin. Of course, Marvin is trying to apologize, trying to tell Stefano that he messed up, telling Stefano he can't trust Early Tyler and all this stuff. Look, it's a little bit too late for that. Stefano ain't trying to hear any of it at all, and he is tired. He says that it's too late and it's, already been done. The dude got dropped off, and he tells Marvin he is done doing business with him and his sister. It's over. And you already know that Raq's going to be very upset when she learns this news, because she feels like Marvin, no matter what, continues to mess everything up. Then we get to Lulu. Now throughout this episode, we know your boy Lulu, he was pulling his Joe from you, watching Pernissa and everything that she was doing. And her weakness was her mom having to go to these appointments. Well, Lulu made sure he followed them, and of course it led him right to Pernissa, and he just waiting to make his move. Now your boy Kanan, he goes to see his grandma. This is not Crystal's grave site. It's his grandma's grave site, and we know these two had a hell of a connection this season. We know his grandma told him to always have respect for his moms and watch how he be talking to her. Well, Kanan is just going there to let her know what he's about to do, which he doesn't know what he's going to do, but he is just asking for forgiveness in advance. Now, we get to Raq and Irving, and this dude is pissed off. He is fed up, and now he said, look, I am done. I ain't doing no more business with you at all. He is old. He don't care what Raq does to him, and he's smart. He done moved his entire family back to China. He tells Raq it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and he basically calls Raq a monster. Know what I'm saying? She's evil, and she doesn't even see it. She basically destroys everything that she touches, and he can't have that no more. And Raq, all she can do is have that look on her face like, man, you right. I am a monster, and I don't even see it. I mean, your boy Irving, I'm glad that he was able to survive. And like I told you guys, he was smart by getting his family up out of there, because he already knew that Raq probably would have used that against him and tried to get him to do exactly what she wanted him to do. But he said no. Now we get to Kanan and Purcell, Crystal's stepdad, and he goes back to him. The dude was looking all shaky. I mean, look at him. Boy got bruises on his face because Kanan put those hands and those Timbos on him in last week's episode. I know the smell of mop water probably giving PTSD. I know he real stressed out. But of course, he does not have any information about what happened to Crystal. Law enforcement ain't saying nothing. Kanan tells him to let him know if he finds out anything and basically checks him once again. Now we get to Detective Garcia in Jukebox, and now he is questioning her, telling her, look, you are a person of interest because Crystal is gone and you were just asking me about her. So he believes Jukebox knows more. He is trying to get more information on what's going on. He also tells Jukebox that a tenant at that apartment said that they saw a black lady leaving the area. So now Jukebox is thinking like, okay, maybe Raq did do this. Maybe Kanan is right about, his mom's taking down Crystal, but we all know that ain't true and that Pop Henry was the one that took her out. Now, we get to Snaps and Pops and they're having a conversation with Kanan. We know Kanan wants to know information about Crystal. They asking him, information about Famous. He like, man, I'm not trying to hear about any of that. They also talk about the business and how they want him and Unique to team up and all of them to do business together. It can be a big move. And plus they had their nephew who has just moved there from East New York. And of course, he was killing it out there. Of course, we know this person is Breeze. And they're just telling him about DEF CON and how, that's your father and he made us a lot of money. And how Raq does not show respect to the people that came before her. And that's not cool. Know what I'm saying? And we know Kanan was talking about, look, y'all just trying to take advantage of me because I'm young. Y'all think y'all can control me. And Snaps talking about, nah, that's not the case. Know what I'm saying? You being young is your best asset. He is just trying to expand and grow. And he believes that Kanan is the right guy to do this. So Kanan is believing, okay, I'm about to blow up and I don't need my mom. It goes back to the very beginning of the season when Snaps and Pops asked him, how does he want to be remembered? And Kanan told them he wants to be remembered for the stuff that he does and not the things that his mom does. So they plan right along in Kanan's head, making him believe that he is going to be this great person in their organization. They're just using him. And they're putting all the blame on his mom's, which they don't have to do a lot of because Kanan is already doing that his damn self. Now we get to your boy Unique, and I ain't gonna lie. I'm thinking your boy Unique was about to clap Teresa's cheeks. I mean, he was getting real close, making it seem like he all cool with her or whatever. Making it seem like he really trying to seek revenge because of what happened to Sabo Selly, but he just needs extra help because he understands that Raq is gonna, go at his family. And that's because Unique went at her family and he needs Teresa to help out with Phil Russo. She tells him that Phil Russo was always jealous of Sabo Selly. He always wanted that spot. And now she's going to put pressure on him because even though she was not able to save her family, she be down if she can't save Unique's family. I'm like, man, he ain't even hit and she doing all this for him. Just imagine what would happen if he was to clap those cheeks. I mean, your boy Unique will definitely take over. Now, we get to your boy, Early Tyler, and of course, we knew his time was coming. I mean, he went back to Stefano and told him about what Marvin, allowed him to do and all this stuff. And of course, that messed up everything with Stefano and the business. So, of course, Marvin has to take this guy out. And it was not that hard at all. I mean, as Marvin stated, he should have dropped off Early Tyler the same time that he dropped off his cousin, Londell. And, you know what I'm saying? Things probably would have played out a little bit different. But I guess we will never know. But your boy Marvin did drop off Early Tyler's boy, the fake ass Gerald Levert. Boy was talking about don't do it. You know he about to take you out and it's written all over your face. Now we get to Jukebox and Raq, and this scene right here was very emotional. I mean, your girl Jukebox wasn't having it. She's like, look, what you know about Crystal? And when she asked her that question, Raq was kind of surprised, like, what? Out of all people, you asking me that question? And we can tell that Raq was disappointed and sad at the same time because she felt like Jukebox was on her side. But Jukebox hearing all this information about who could have taken out Crystal and hearing that information from Detective Garcia about a black lady leaving the area. So now she's like, man, maybe Kanan is right. Raq tells her, you better watch what you talking about because you ain't no little girl no more. And the stuff that you say, you better mean it. Know what I'm saying? And Jukebox tells her, you're right, I'm not no little girl. And they kind of go back and forth. And we know Jukebox tells her, like, look, to be honest, all you do is ask me about Kanan. Every time we have a conversation, you talking about, look out for Kanan. Where is Kanan? Make sure Kanan does not mess up. And Jukebox is tired of that. She is tired of you not seeing her for real. And she tells Raq, like, look, even though you don't see me, I see you probably better than anybody else. So I know Kanan earlier on in the episode was talking about how he knows his mom and all this stuff better than anybody else. But in reality, your girl Jukebox may know her a little bit more because, as I told you guys from the very beginning, all Jukebox does is sit back and watches people. She knows basically the majority of the family secrets. Raq tells her deep and dark secrets as well. So those are things that Kanan don't know. So Jukebox definitely has a point. Now, once again, Jukebox asks Raq about Crystal, and we know Raq told her, look, you just like your daddy. You know what I'm saying? Raq was trying to get the last word. She said, yeah, just like your daddy, jumping into stuff before you even know where you're going to land. And she basically just calls her sloppy. And we know Jukebox told her, well, I'd rather be like my daddy than like you. So I already know that Raq's feelings was hurt. She was trying to keep a straight face, but Jukebox, she got the last word. And of course, she put Raq in her place. Now we get to Phil Russo and Stefano, and we find out that these two had a crazy game plan from the very beginning. We know Stefano helped out Phil Russo as far as getting Sal Silly up out of here. That way Phil Russo can go in and take his spot. And they faked basically a fake war between the two. And they got people up under them doing their dirty work. People like Marvin. Now, we know that Stefano was still upset because Phil Russo still moved to New York as far as the business. We know Unique and those New Jersey boys, they're taking these corners, and Stefano don't like that. So Phil Russo told him, well, he is sorry and he will give it back. Stefano tells him, well, you can't give nothing back that was already mine. So once Phil Russo faked apologized once again, he ended up stabbing Stefano, telling him, I give and I take. Only thing is, when you're taking somebody out, you gotta make sure that they dead. That is basic logic, but I guess Phil Russo did not give a damn about that. The only thing is, Stefano may end up surviving, and if he does, he will get the last laugh over Phil Russo in season 5. Now we get to Kanan and your boy Uncle Lulu, and Kanan is upset. He's like, man, so you kicking it and all cool with Raq all of a sudden? Like, what's going on? And Lulu tells him, look, we family. That's my sister at the end of the day. We may go through it, but she is family no matter what. We handle it. And we know Kanan, he is blaming Raq for everything like he always does. He puts famous death on her. And of course, he brings up the whole D-Wiz thing again. And Lulu tells him, Raq didn't do that. He did it. You know what I'm saying? And he had a choice. All he had to do was say no, and maybe something else could have happened. He puts that on himself. The thing is, Kanan already knows this, and Lulu was telling him he has to take responsibility. Lulu tells him that's what he had to learn, because he was always the little brother, and eventually the little brother had to grow up. And he also tells him about Grandma and how Marvin and, of course, him could not take her out because she wanted them to. But guess who took all that weight? Your girl Raq. She took all that weight. She did it because Marvin and Lulu could not do it. She put it all on her. The title of the episode is called Give Me the Weight. And Raq took that weight and she did what was needed to be done, I guess, for the family. Now, I couldn't have done that. Ain't no way in the hell I'm doing it. I'm going to tell you that right now. It sounds good, but I'm not doing that. Look, Grandma, your hands ain't broke. You can do it your damn self. But I understand you're talking about TV and Raq did it or whatever. And it is what it is. Now, to be honest with you guys, when I was watching this scene, I'm like, Lulu, don't tell this knucklehead anything. I mean, you know he kind of slow. Don't tell him that. All this is going to do is give him more motivation to go out there and try to do something to his moms. I mean, you know how Kanan be thinking. Like I told you guys, we know he ain't that bright. But I understand why Lulu told Kanan this. He just wants him to understand that he needs to take responsibility for his actions and, basically become a man and stop playing around and stop blaming everybody for the things that he has control over. Now we get to Jukebox, Aisha, and Nakia. Now she found out about what happened to Crystal, and she's trying to talk to them, letting them know, like, look, she still cares for them, and she still sees a bright future for them. And of course, we know Jukebox, she's all in her head. And Nakia tells her she seems different now. Jukebox tells her, nah, I was different before, but now I'm the same. So she is starting to see this more darker type of Jukebox, and this is the version of Jukebox that she embraces even more, especially since she came back from the army, especially since she caught her first body. Now we get to Marvin and Raq, and y'all know she pissed off about the whole thing with Stefano. Marvin talking about, I can go talk to him, especially after dropping off early Tyler. Maybe I can fix it. Raq is like, hell nah, you ain't gonna, go talk to him. You already messed up. I will go talk to him because I guess when you want something done, you gotta do it yourself. Now Marvin was upset talking about, it ain't all on me, like you messed up too, you're not perfect. And they kind of go back and forth or whatever. And we know Raq told him about Stefano talking to her about Marvin moving in and replacing her. Marvin tells her that was not his idea and that Stefano was the one that brought it up, and Marvin denied it, and he did. Marvin was not trying to do that. That was Stefano. But Raq does not believe anything that he is talking about, and they just get into like a major argument. And we know Raq told him, you a day late, dollar short. That's what she called him. So these two did not have the best ending. She's pissed off at her brother, but deep down inside, Marvin understands that he did mess up. Now, I did not like the way that Marvin was acting this season. It's like he went back to season 2 Marvin, making all types of different mistakes. And that is something that Marvin should have never done, especially after we saw him go through what he went through back in season 2 with those Italians and Sabo Silly and his son. I mean, come on. Now, we get to your girl Jukebox and Aisha, and it seems like the two was connecting, real close once again. Aisha is like, man, you should come to, college with me. You know what I'm saying? You can kick it, you can take some classes. But Jukebox tells her, nah, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool. If this was before, back in the day or whatever, maybe I would have said, yeah, but now I'm good. I'm going to embrace this lifestyle. I'm staying here for my pops because he looked out for me. He changed his ways for me. He loves me. So I'm going to stay here for him and look out for him because he does not have anybody else. So I will be here and I'm going to rock with my pops. So it goes to show you that connection that Jukebox and Marvin has, and that's a good thing. And it really did feel like it could be the end for Marvin. They did a good job by making it seem like Marvin was going to get dropped off in this episode, but of course, Marvin survives once again. Then we get to one of the most important parts of the episode, and that is the revealing of your boy Breeze. Kanan finally meets him, and the fans, after 10 to 11 years later, we finally get to see who he is, and it's your boy Shameik Moore as Breeze. Now, some people don't like this. Some people are saying they don't want to see this. They don't believe in him. All I say is this. I reviewed the Wu-Tang and American Saga show, and I'm going to tell you right now, the episodes that Shameik Moore was in, his episodes was fire. He killed that role, and even back then when I was reviewing that show, a lot of people were saying that, man, maybe he can be in power. And it's crazy on how those predictions end up coming true. Now, as far as people believing that he's not going to, kill this role, I don't have any doubts because I've seen what he's done. We know he's in a lot of different things, and I think he going to knock it out the park. He is, built for a show like this, and I think he going to prove that in season 5, just how, good he is. But that's just my opinion. Now, of course, Kanan will agree to work with him. He is Snaps and Pop's nephew. And when Snaps was mentioning Unique and talking about working with Unique short term, it kind of seemed like Kanan gave him that look like, really? Like, what you talking about short term? So I believe in season 5, Kanan will ask more about that, on why Snaps is not willing to work with Unique for a long period of time. And it may have him second guessing some of the things that Snaps has been telling him. I believe this connection that he's going to have with the Breeze is going to open up a lot of new doors, and he's going to learn more about Snaps and Pops and, of course, what they are really about. But down below, I want you guys to let me know what y'all think about your boy Shameik Moore. Some say he was looking real goofy getting up out that car. I mean, it is what it is, but I already know people will continue to tune in just to see how he interacts with Kanan, and of course, just to see what's going to happen with Tommy and Ghost. And y'all know the day that Ghost takes him out, that's going to be a banger. Know what I'm saying? That's probably going to be the finale episode of Origins, the day that Breeze is dropped off. Or hell, it may be the finale the day that Ghost sends Kanan to jail and sets him up. But we shall see. Now, we get the Jukebox and Marvin, and you know Marvin was telling Jukebox that Raq did not drop off Famous or Crystal. That's not her way of doing things. And it kind of convinced Jukebox that maybe he is telling the truth, which makes her feel kind of, sorry for her auntie, because Jukebox wanted to know answers, and she was kind of feeling that maybe Raq did do this, but Marvin is telling her it didn't happen. Now, we get to Phil Russo and Unique. Your boy Phil Russo, he done took a swing at Stefano and missed. Unique is telling him, we need to go ahead and move in and make this hit on Raq and her organization. Phil Russo says, you know what? Screw it. Know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. And that's all Unique needed to hear. So now he's gonna go in, tell his boys to get ready. It's time to take down Raq for real this time. And Phil Russo knows he's messed up. I mean, he is taking shots. He knows that his days are numbered. This war in season 5 is pretty much his death as well. Now Raq is telling Lulu that it doesn't matter that Stefano lives or dies. They have to move real quick. It's time to go ahead and make that move on Unique and Pernissa and snatch her up. Now, your boy Detective Garcia, he makes his way back to Kanan, and y'all know he could not wait to tell him about the information that he heard about Crystal, about the black lady being at the apartment around the area that Crystal got dropped off. Y'all already know that Kanan, he's already thinking that his moms did it, so once he learns this information, that is the final straw for him. He wants to get rid of Raq for real. Now, we get to your boy Marvin. He is saying goodbye to Amber. This was a very sad scene. She has a new foster family. It seems like your girl Amber stayed loyal, and she said nothing about Marvin dropping off her old junkie foster parents, which is good. But you can tell Marvin was real sad. I mean, this was a sad scene. And once again, as I told you guys, they did a good job making it seem like this was the end for Marvin. Now, Unique gets his crew together, and we know now it's time for the South Side to get real smoky. This is what he's been talking about, and now we get to finally see it. The Golden Pavilion is going up in flames. Stefano's shop is going up in flames. I mean, he ain't playing around. Now, we saw some of this in that official trailer. I believe even in one of the teaser trailers. I really hope they stop revealing so much information in these trailers, because we already know what's going to happen, or at least know of what's going to happen. So I wish they would go back to how they used to do in the OG Power, where they would not show you a whole lot, only up until about episode 5 or 6 or whatever. That way, when we get to those newer episodes, it's all new content that we have not seen, but it is what it is with that. Now, your boy Lulu, he pulls up on Pernissa, and of course, just like Joe from You, he throws her into that car, and now it's time to kidnap her. Not just her, but of course Jerome as well. Jerome finally shows up. Now, Lulu has B-Rilla with him. B-Rilla is about that life now. B-Rilla is like, bet, this is an easy job. All I gotta do is drive. Lulu, you can do the hard part. Now, we get to Kanan. He's talking to Jukebox. He's pissed off, talking about, yeah, I know Raq did it. I mean, Jukebox trying to talk him out of it, talking about maybe it's not her or whatever. It can be somebody else. But Kanan don't want to hear that. He believes that Raq did this. And he tells Jukebox, if you ain't with me, you against me. And kind of gave her that look and pulled the gun out and all that stuff. I'm like, dude, you doing entirely too much. Now, Jukebox, she makes a phone call because now she has to save her auntie, because your boy Kanan is about to make a very crucial mistake. Then we get to Uncle Marvin. Unique's boys, they're out on the streets causing all types of chaos, burning down stuff. And then they try to catch Marvin slipping. They're shooting at him, trying to get him up out of there. But Marvin, he survives once again. He shoots back, and of course, he lives to see another day. Now, we get to the very end of the episode. Raq, she's on the phone, and she's talking about how they can rebuild all this stuff. It doesn't matter if Unique is burning it down. And she understands that they're going to have Unique neutralized because they have Pernissa and his son. Now, your boy Kanan, he ends up walking in, talking about, why'd you do it? Why'd you kill Crystal? Law enforcement told me that you did it and all this stuff. Like, really? Come on. So here we go again. They're trying to give us like another type of version of Tariq taking out Ghost. Those power parallels. Well, I ain't trying to see that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to see Kanan shoot his moms and she dies and all that stuff like Tariq shooting Ghost. Who wants to see that? I don't. Now, we know he's talking about you kill Famous, you kill Crystal and all this stuff, bringing up all the stuff from the past, and then he brings up you killed my father. Now, he also says, I wasn't going to kill you because of Famous or whatever, because I was making up all these excuses on why you would do it. Maybe he was snitching, who really knows? But the whole thing with Crystal pretty much pushed him to the edge, and this is why he wants her up out of here, talking about you did what you did because you wanted me all to yourself. Like, really? I mean, come on. Have you ever wanted to smack somebody upside their head? Because that's what Kanan needs. He needs an old-fashioned beatdown, like Uncle Marvin was telling Raq earlier on in the season. I mean, this dude doing whatever he wants and he got it all wrong. Now, I understand that Kanan is young. He is still growing up or whatever, and he's all screwed up in the head, but you need to have the facts in line before you make a move like this. I don't give a damn what you thinking. You don't need to be taking out your moms, plain and simple, but he gonna do what he wants to do, right? Now, Raq even swore on him. She told him, look, I didn't do it, and I swear on the most important thing in my life. That's you. I did not do this. Now, for a moment, it really did seem like Kanan saw something behind Raq. He kind of dropped the gun or whatever, and then he pulled it back up. And then you can see Raq stay still, and like the tears about to come down her eyes. And then that's where the episode goes black, and we hear the gunshot. So what happened? Did Kanan shoot his moms? Did Jukebox, did she pop up and did she save her auntie? We know Jukebox will put that scar on Kanan and it's going to happen. We don't know when it's going to happen, but maybe this is when it's going to happen. At the end of the day, this is the perfect example of a cliffhanger because we really don't know. And man, it does piss me off because I'm like, I understand having a cliffhanger, but I don't want to see the same power parallel when parents are getting taken out by their kids or vice versa. I mean, I wish something else could have happened, but I mean, this is what we getting. Now, Deadline dropped this article earlier on in the day talking about Patina Miller's exit, that she is, basically dead. She gone. And they talking about Stefano dead as well. So here we go once again. This is the same stuff that they pulled with Unique's character, talking about Unique is up out of here, and they did it on the same day the episode aired. Why would you even spoil something like that? Know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't believe it at all. It's Deadline. I mean, I would not be surprised if they're part of the promotion as well, just like they did with Unique's character, trying to make it seem like he was dead, but in reality, he was alive. And wouldn't putting out that article killed the whole thing with the cliffhanger? Remember, the cliffhanger is supposed to leave us in suspense, right? It's supposed to make us want more. But if they put out information like this, we basically know what's going to happen. So this article makes no sense at all. I'm not buying it. I'm on my Unique stuff. If that body does not show up, that means they still talking. That means they still alive. I'm not believing it. I will find out the answer and get 100% confirmation next season. I mean, let's just be honest. We know Patina Miller was filming for season 5. We know Marvin and Lulu as well was filming for season 5. We know Lulu and Marvin good. So I guess now it's time to see what type of Patina Miller we're going to see next season. Will she be a ghost or will she be alive? But I'm definitely not buying, she got taken out. I think something happened. Is the reason why Jukebox was on that phone. And it's the reason why it cut off. Now, I do believe in season 5 that we will see a lot of major deaths because it will be the end for Raising Kanan. And then we can start preparing for Power Origins. But this season, you can tell it was more of a build-up season. More of a season that's getting us ready for the grand finale. And of course, I cannot wait to see how it's all going to play out. But down below, I want you guys to let me know, what do you think about episode 10, the season finale? Was you happy that Breeze finally showed up? I mean, I'm happy that, the Breeze theories can stop and now we can move on to something better and we can see Breeze's connection with Kanan. And of course, we can eventually see the arrival of young Tommy and Ghost That storyline is going to be very interesting to see. But man, it's crazy that this season is already over. The good thing is season 5 is already done. And now we just got to sit back and wait until it airs. We know it's coming next year. The question is, when next year? You know what I'm saying? Hopefully this time they give us an actual date and not a season. Because they told us season 4 will air in the winter. It did technically air in the winter, but it was only for 2 episodes. 8 episodes was in the springtime. So come on, stars. Give us an actual date. Stop playing with us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just want us to continue to subscribe to the network. Y'all don't want to lose that money. So y'all going to tell us it's going to be on air this season or whatever. This is the reason why I believe they even showed that season 5 teaser and of course the Power Book 4 Force teaser as well. They want people to know that the shows are coming. Don't leave. Stay subscribed to Stars no matter what. But I guess it is what it is. It's a business at the end of the day. Now, I do want to thank you guys for rocking with your boy once again for another season of Raising Kanan. Thanks for all the theories and predictions. And just because you don't get every theory or prediction right, it doesn't really matter. It makes it fun that we can talk about what may happen and then we can watch the show and see if it's going to happen or not. So I do thank you guys for supporting and leaving those comments. But you already know I'm going to drop more Power Book 3 Raising Kanan videos for you guys over the weekend. We still got to talk more about the Breeze character. Of course, we got to get ready for season 5 and talk about those early predictions as well. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.